Call the show 847-866-WNUR.
Stop calling me.
That's 847-866-9687.
Ain't gonna pick the phone up. Ain't gonna pick the phone up.
Hoppe and Super Rich, only on WNUR 89.3 FM.
Welcome back to the show. All right, Ryan.
Yes.
What is coming up in Super Rich news?
Well, Aaron Hernandez, the lovely Aaron Hernandez that we all have grown to love over the past few years, has been indicted on 2 more counts of first-degree murder.
And this is weird for me because I actually like to watch him play because every time Rob Gronkowski would get hurt after banging a chick, it was like he would come in and be the backup for Brady, and it was like there was nothing missing. He was so good, and he dropped everything and thought it was cool to kill people, I guess.
Yeah. So, former New England Patriots tight end Aaron Hernandez has been indicted by a grand jury on 2 charges of first-degree murder in the killings of 2 people in Boston's South End in 2012. Suffolk District Attorney Daniel Conley announced the charges against Hernandez in a press conference on Thursday morning. Conley also discussed the investigation into the slayings of Daniel Abreu and Sefriro Furtado, who were shot to death on July 16, 2012, while stopped at a traffic light. So, there's a couple things going on there that Hernandez is involved with. Conley described the circumstances of the shootings of Abreu and Furtado as a chance encounter between Hernandez and the victims at Cure Lounge, a club in the theater district. According to Conley, the victims arrived at the club around 12:30 a.m., which was, by coincidence, about the same time that Hernandez and another individual entered the club. And so after Abreu and Furtado left the club around 2 a.m., an SUV driven by Hernandez pulled up next to the victim's car, and Hernandez fired multiple times from the driver's side into the passenger's side of the other vehicle. And then Hernandez allegedly pulled the trigger at the corner of Shawmut Avenue and Herald Street. So, I mean, I could never imagine just like, okay, time to kill some people. You just roll down the window and shoot.
Because that's what's going on right now in Chicago. It's the prime of the night. It's 4 in the morning. If you're doing something right now and you're thinking...
Well, it's the holy day, Sunday. Maybe nobody's doing it.
That's when it happens. It's always because here's what happens. We go to bed at 7 a.m. I get up around 4, maybe 3, a bit earlier usually. I watch an NBA game, then I watch the 7 News, Channel 7 News, and it's like... There was a murder last night at 4 in the morning in Chicago. And it's just weird because it's like while we're on the air, someone's being shot to death right now. And if you are listening to the Hoppe and Super Rich Show on WNUR and you're about to kill somebody, put the goddamn gun down. Get your life together. Get a job at Mickey D's. Anything to help support yourself. And quit being gangsters. This is an embarrassment to the whole city of Chicago. And guys like Aaron Hernandez. Chirac, bro. Yeah. Ugh, enough of you. And guys like Aaron Hernandez are an embarrassment to football. Because when you think of football, you think of Aaron Hernandez, O.J. Simpson, Ben Roethlisberger. You don't think about it being the best sport on the goddamn planet. You agree with me?
I do. Because, I mean, it's Aaron Hernandez guy. He's just an idiot. Boston Police Commissioner William Evans said that Abreu and Furtado were 2 young, innocent victims whose lives were taken too early. Hernandez was also indicted on 3 charges of armed assault with intent to murder and 1 count of assault and battery by means of a dangerous weapon. Conley said the charges reflect the shots fired at the 3 surviving victims who were in the car with Abreu and Furtado.
I wonder what it's like when you're just at a red light and you see big old Aaron Hernandez coming over and you're like, crap, I'm about to get killed.
Doesn't he play on the Patriots?
And I just can't imagine having a hit on you. Just like you're about to get killed. Just imagine that frightening moment where you're like, crap.
I don't understand what's going through his brain when he has all that, he has all that money and all that
fame. You're on the Patriots. You play for Tom Brady.
Yeah, he plays with the best quarterback in the league, and he can't, he can't get his life together. He can't understand that, especially when you're famous like that, and in no circumstance should you be killing people. It's ridiculous.
He had so much money. He had so much sponsors. You could run the town of Boston, get any girl you want in Boston. But no, you wanted to kill people. They said it's just like the hood never left him. He always had pressure about his boys were saying, you're getting too cool now for us. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because you're playing football. You're playing for the Patriots. I think it was almost like, I bet he killed people before he joined the Patriots, and wanted to move on from it.
No doubt.
And he wanted to move on from it, but then they're like pressuring him, like, "Oh, you're too cool for us now. You're too cool for Jerome and Antonio or whatever. Get the hell out of here!" Like, I just can't imagine people killing people. Like, I'm a pussy, dude. I would never kill anybody. What else does it say? And just what do you think about it overall? When you watch them play football, Ryan, Super Rich, did you ever think he'd be killing people? I thought he was likable. I liked him.
Yeah, I thought he was a likable guy. I know he played in Florida and
Thugs.
and he was a pretty good. I mean, he was one of their number one receivers. I know I was reading up on it. He was like their number one, number two guy, and they were, and Florida, isn't the best football school, but they always have some pretty good guys.
They were pretty good with Tebow. That's when they
won
championship.
They were good with Tebow, and I think Hernandez might have played with Tebow. Maybe he didn't. I don't know.
I don't think he did, but he played a year before, I believe.
Yeah, and so, when he got drafted, there was a lot of hype about him, and people were actually talking about him. He was actually sort of he was kind of a big deal. And then, like you said, when it wasn't Rob Gronkowski, it was Aaron Hernandez was pretty much the main guy there for a while with the Patriots, and
he led them to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, and then this happens. It's just
Ryan,
it's a real shame.
Think about it. What if Aaron Hernandez was never a murdering thug imbecile? What if Rob Gronkowski could get his act together? Would that be the greatest 1-2 punch of tight ends ever in the NFL? It'd have to be.
It would have to be, because you never have two really good tight ends on a team.
Oh my God! Imagine
you usually have a decent tight end and then somebody who can play tight end, but you never have two good tight ends, both Pro Bowlers or anything like that. So, but Hernandez is expected to be arranged early next week, where officials plan to release more details on the double homicide. Hernandez had played for the Patriots until June 2013, when he was arrested on live television in his North Attleboro home on charges related to Lloyd's murder, which we all remember that. That was about a year ago. And
I will never forget.
Yeah. That's
when I had the Sports Center app. I don't have it anymore, but because it just doesn't give me any new news. Twitter does. But it had that da-na-na, da-na-na, the Sports Center music, and it's like Aaron Hernandez arraigned for murder. And I'm like, what?
Right.
You're just like, Aaron Hernandez, the guy from the Patriots that I like to watch? How the hell is he arraigned for murder, Ryan? Like, in what world does this happen? You know what I mean? Because, you just see him play. I always liked the Patriots because I had Tom Brady as my quarterback the year he went to the Super Bowl but lost to the Giants. Mm-hmm. And I used to cheer for Aaron when he would get those touchdowns down the sideline, and then this happens? I mean, what the hell?
Yeah, I remember where I was when he actually got arrested, too. I was, babysitting. I was babysitting, like, a neighbor, and I was watching TV, and, that just, sort of flashed across the screen. I was like, oh, wow. Then I went to ESPN and learned a little more about it, and then I was scared.
Yeah, dude. I was actually here when I got the thing. I was doing the rock show from 2 to 4 p.m. last summer on WNUR 89.3, and I'll never forget. That gave us plenty of prep to talk between each song.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
What's coming up next on Super Rich News?
Well, Fox is going to air an hour-long Simpsons Family Guy crossover episode in September 2014. I don't know. That might be interesting.
This would have been funny if the year was 2000. The Simpsons
that's a good point.
Has not been funny since 03, Ryan.
Although Family Guy didn't get really that popular until 03 or 04, so it's sort of,
I was saying this to you before. I'm a trendsetter. We were talking off the air on how Anchorman was funnier before everyone liked it.
Oh, yeah.
Same was with Idiocracy, sites like Twitter and Facebook, MySpace. I'm the trendsetter. I do things before everyone else. Here's my point. I was watching Family Guy when they got canceled twice, and I would rent the DVDs, and no one was talking about it in third grade.
Now, nobody was really watching it in third grade. I know I wasn't anyway.
Everyone at ICB that's older than us was, though, because they remember that.
Right.
But here's my point. This would be great if this was 2001, because that's when the Simpsons were in their prime, because they jumped around 03, because they had 14 years of dominance. Mm-hmm. From 1989 to 03 or 04. Then they went to crap. Family Guy was good from 99 to 03. Then they got canceled twice between 01 and 03.
Yeah.
So then they're off the air for 2 years, and they kept airing on Adult Swim for 2 years. Mm-hmm. Then they got brought back in 05. And from 05 to 08, it was all right. It was really good when it first came back.
Yeah.
But when...
And I think they came back with that FCC episode, which was like a great episode.
Yeah.
I think.
What was it about
One
it
of
that
the
you
best
liked?
episodes.
Because like I thought it was hilarious when
Oh,
they
I
showed
like-
Howard.
Yeah. When they showed Howard, that was funny. I like the song number just in general that they did.
And then there was a moment when Family Guy jumped the shark. And to me, this moment in the show was when it went to crap. This is when Seth MacFarlane sold out. This was the same year that the Cleveland show began. This was the same year that American Dad went downhill. Because when it first came back, it was American Dad and Family Guy. And that was fine. I've always kind of liked American Dad. It's all right. Call the show and let me know what you think. 847-866-WNUR. Because then this episode came on Family Guy. And this ruined everything for me. This was the downfall, as they say in TV land.
Yeah, I didn't like this either.
Jump
by
the
way.
shark.
Although I don't think most people like this.
Brian, can I see that paper for a sec? Huh. That's odd. I thought that would be big news.
You thought what would be big news?
Well, there seems to be an absence of a certain ornithological piece. A headline regarding mass awareness of a certain avian variety.
What are you talking about?
Oh, have you not heard? It was my understanding that everyone had heard.
Heard what? Brian, don't!
But birds are word, well, a bird, bird, bird. But birds are word, well, a bird, bird, bird. But birds are word, well, a bird, bird, bird. But birds are... No. Gonna tell you about the bird.
This is the absolute worst. The whole episode, he keeps singing. He's singing that Jesus is like a record shop.
Yeah.
He's going around town singing it. This is just like when Family Guy had no idea what they were doing. He's breakdancing on the ground. What drug were you on, Seth MacFarlane, you sellout? You said you never wanted to have more than one show, but then you created American Dad. And then you had the Cleveland show, which is an abomination.
Oh yeah.
You agree with me?
Yeah, I hate the Cleveland show.
What do you think? Do you like any adult cartoons? Did you ever watch it growing up? Like, what were your parents like? Because with my parents, they had the 3-strike rule. After 3 jokes, it was gone. It was off. And there were times when Herbert was in the episode.
Yeah, those are creepy.
It's funny, though.
Yeah, it's funny. I don't know. I mean, I watched The Simpsons a little bit. I just never really got into it because I never really understood it or cared.
Dude, I love Simpsons, Futurama, American Dad, Family Guy, Mission Hill.
Yeah, see, I never got into Futurama. King of the Hill was all right.
King of the Hill's great.
Yeah, I definitely like King of the Hill, and I did watch that, probably starting in the 3rd or 4th grade. I started watching that a little bit. I mean, other than that...
Did you ever watch any of the weird Adult Swim shows?
Not
you
too
were a
much
good
of
kid.
them, no.
I would watch Aqua Teen, C-Lab, Harvey
I've
Birdman,
seen
Stroker,
Aqua
and
Teen,
Hoop.
but I never,
So
I never
funny.
really watched it
It's
consistently.
pretty funny, though, right?
I was more of a Nickelodeon, Disney Channel type of guy.
See,
I guess.
I was not Disney Channel at all. I was Adult Swim, some Nickelodeon, and classic Cartoon Network. Like, even when you watch...
Oh, I like classic Cartoon Network. Courage the Cowardly Dog was my stuff.
That stuff gave me nightmares, dude. I had absolute nightmares about being in the middle of nowhere and being yelled at by the grandpa, and I would wake up with night terrors. Like, Mom! Like, dude, it was bad.
That show was good. Ed, Ed, and Eddie was good.
I never got into Ed, Ed, and Eddie, man.
I used to watch that like every morning before I went to school.
I used to
When I
watch
was, like,
Scooby-Dooby-Doo before school. That's what I used to watch.
I used to watch Scooby-Doo,
Damn,
too.
Blue's Clues.
Yeah. When I was younger, I watched Blue's Clues too. Yeah. I mean, but my favorite shows on Disney Channel was Even Stevens and the Lizzie McGuire Show. I watched that all the time. I've probably seen every episode of both those shows. And when the Even Stevens movie came out, I watched that nonstop. I loved that movie so much.
What did you love about it?
It was just a good movie. I was like, my favorite show is now being a movie, and it was just really cool because they are set up by a reality TV show, and they go to like some island as a family, and it's all set up and everything. It's actually, it's actually like a good movie.
See, I was the guy that was not watching it. So, did you and your friends watch this? Like, what was it about the movie that just drew you in?
It was just a good movie. I don't know. And there's not much to say about it except you should go see it.
Here is my favorite Family Guy episode ever. This moment in Family Guy, man, nothing beats this. This is just true edginess. This is when it was in its prime, Ryan. I want to play this for you real quick.
Finally, I'm one of those guys who can't wait to get to work in the morning. Like a dairy cow.
Oh! Oh! Oh, yes! Yes! Oh!
Cannot believe Family Guy actually let it on the air. You know what I mean? Like, it's insanity.
Hey, I mean, it's funny too. That's just a good moment.
All right, we are going to come back and get some of the shenanigans going on.
Coming up, the Hoppe and Super Rich Show.
What's going on?
Well, there was a car that crashed into a TV station, which is more popular than you think. I know that's happened before in the
That
past.
happens all the time, it seems like.
And a mom threatened to blow up a school, which is fun. And there was also a drunk teen who claims he was Justin Timberlake. Sounds like fun.
I can claim I am Jimmy Fallon and say, I'm not funny, I'm a hack. You know what I mean? I can just walk around. But I would love to be Jimmy Fallon because that means I'd be good looking and I can get any girl that I want.
That's right.
And you have a lot of money and you made it far in life. All right. We will be right back on the Hoppe and Super Rich Show on WNUR 89.3. Up next is D4L. I'm the man. BRB.
The Hoppe and Super Rich Show.
Bitch, I'm the man. I'm the man. Got no way, but the way be my girl.